What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm here with CJ and a special guest, Rudy.
All right, Rudy, welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up, y'all?
All right, man. Well, I actually met Rudy uh, at Gio's wedding. Uh,
Good
you,
time.
yep, you were a groomsman along with me.
Yes,
Um, so since then, I mean, we haven't really, we haven't kicked it or hung it, but we kept in touch, and for those of you who don't know, Rudy is a rapper.
yes, sir.
Upcoming rapper.
I'm coming up.
But he's dope as hell, y'all. If you haven't checked him out, go ahead and Rudy, if you want to plug out your stuff, go ahead.
Yeah, so Rudy Geee on Instagram, Facebook, on all platforms. That's at Rudy Geee. RUDY. That's 3 Y's, G, and 3 E's.
Yes, sir. This is my first time meeting Rudy, and when I first seen him pulling up, I was like, oh, he looks like a dope dude. You know, like when you see somebody right away, you could kind of see if they're going to be a cool person or not. And just right away when he introduced himself, I was like, yeah, he's a dope-ass dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
appreciate that.
I know you might get this question a lot by people you may know or may not know. Why rap?
Why rap? Well, to be honest, growing up, rap music in general is something that we've always gone to, like just to escape or whether it's to have fun or to pop off or whatever it is that you listen to music for, right? And music was my escape. It was my truth. Like I would always want to listen to something that was gonna make me grow, that was gonna make me evolve. So music made me grow. I grew up with hip hop, and hip hop grew up teaching me to be a man, to be loyal, to be honest, to get what you want when you want it, to grind, to hustle. That's what music has been for me. So rap, from a very young age, I understood that I was a leader. So coming up, music is one of the most influential things that there could be. And if I can say something eloquently over music and still impact the world, then why not? You know what I mean?
Yep.
For sure, man, for sure.
The only reason why I ask that question, because we know a lot of people that are coming up, quote unquote rappers,
Got you. Yeah.
right? And I mean, no offense to you or to anybody, but it's just how we were talking when we got here. Like all these new rappers, all they want to talk about is sex, lean, and
All the drugs,
crazy
yeah.
stuff.
Dumb stuff.
All the things that get you
And-
lit.
And us listening to you on the way here is like, oh shit, because you talk about what goes on, in life and real shit.
Yeah.
And again, your beats are so soothing, like how I told you, dude. It's not because I met you, but your beats are in between Mac Miller and J. Cole, which is, I could listen to that driving a long way. I can't listen to Little Yachty. I can't listen to 6ix9ine driving. How I said, I'll listen to all that.
You can't pop bottles in the car.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That's the chill.
Well, I mean, you can, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got the chill at the barbecue vibe. You know what
That's
I mean?
right,
That's
yeah.
that's the put it on, and I mean that's the kind of music I listen to, even just at the crib when you just have it blasting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it. And I appreciate that too. And like at the end result, when I try to make music, that's kind of like the end result for it too. Is something people can vibe out to and just have a good time, but at the same time learn something. And I don't know, smoke something to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, and it sucks the generation we're growing up in, or these new generations, because they think, oh, I could pick up a mic and talk about me fucking this certain bitch or having these many hoes, or and it's just like, what are you teaching the youth?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You're teaching these youth, that these young men, that as long as you have hoes, fuck bitches, smoke leaf, you'll be dope. You'll be liked and wanted into that group, and it's not like that.
Yeah.
And
You know what I mean?
That's true, and it's not always like that.
So I got a question for you, Rudy. So
Yeah.
because for myself too, playing music and stuff like that. I'm curious, what's your process as far as when it comes to writing music and creating beats and writing lyrics? What's your process into it?
Um, well, when I have the time, since I'm still kind of up and coming, I still hustle. So when I'm not hustling and making the bread, I'm in here, and then when I'm in here, I don't know. I just try to zone out. I try to just listen to the music. I listen to a few songs, a few artists that inspire me before I get started, just to feel motivated and kick back, and it gives me time to roll. So while I'm doing that, I just look. I look for. I really love the piano. I like original instruments. I don't really like synthesizers and all this other stuff. But I mean, it's cool. I like it. I could, if someone makes a dope beat, I'll for sure just, like, you know what I mean. But like me, as far as making the beats, I go to instruments that I just love, like the piano, the guitar, the saxophone, those type of stuff. That's the stuff that gets me motivated.
And that's dope because you're, like how you said, you're choosing what you like, right? The instruments and stuff. You're not just going based off like, damn, this beat is hard. People are gonna like it and vibe to it.
Yeah.
Your music, your music educates, but just the process and the thought of this beat came from the instruments I like. It wouldn't come just because, oh, this beat goes hard. Let me fuck with
I
it.
get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It puts you in the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like for sure, and I know as an artist, like when you're able to put your heart and soul into something and something that you truly vibe with, I think that's the determining factor for like the people listening to it. You know what I mean? Like for us, like when we can feel like that you're truly vibing with your own stuff, and hey, you know what I mean? You're killing it in your own turf. That's when people like us, when we listen to it, are like, damn, this is dope. Like we feel that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do.
Yep. So I mean,
dope.
man, I'm like I said, it's not just because I know him, but yeah, it's dope, man.
And I appreciate that, and that's the end. That's trying to be the goal. That's trying to be the goal.
At what age did you know you're like, damn, I could rap, I could, you know what I mean? Because
to be honest, like, I don't know, I was pretty young when I would listen to like Tech Nine, I would listen to Tupac, I listen to Biggie, and I listen to all these like artists, some from the East, some from the Midwest, and then some from our side and stuff. And I would just listen to what they said, and because they were able to speak their heart out, that inspired me to be like, yo, well, I want to be able to speak what I feel.
Yeah.
And people are gonna listen.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, just share it. But I was pretty young, like in second, third grade, I'd be trying to write lyrics and stuff. And I remember this one time we were at like a family reunion, and I was kicking it with one of my cousins, and he was on the phone with his girlfriend. When he hung up, I was kind of waiting for him so we can go back downstairs and do our thing. And then he was like, he put this song on, and then I started kind of freestyling into it. He's like, what? Like, he's like, what, you can rap? And I'm kind of like, and I was like, I could not have been younger or older than 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
holy
Like,
shit.
and that's when like, and to me, like, I was just saying like some random stuff, but I guess like at 10, it was like, dang, bro, like you're putting that together. You know what I mean? Like, if you dedicate some time, you might be good at something.
You could do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope because it's, all these artists from back then, right? Tupac, Biggie, and stuff.
Yeah.
The real, I mean, I don't want to say real rappers, but I feel like you ask them, right? And what do they say? Their idols were Biggie Smalls, Tupac, and so forth. And not trying to bash like on Zoe, right? The basketball player, Lonzo Ball. He's rapping and stuff, but you ask him who's the inspiration. He says Future. He says all these new rappers, and it's just like, okay, you're more in it for the rap of just saying bullshit, right? Because you listen to Tupac and all them dudes, they're talking about life. They're talking about what's going on in the world, and you being at that age, picking up what they're saying, you could say is talent as well. Just picking it up to me is talent. Right? Because you're like, at that age, bro, who's literally listening to it to actually listen to it, right? At that age, I'm listening to Tupac and I'm over here thinking I'm a gangster. You know what I mean? I'm not really processing like what he's saying
What
and
he's
shit
saying,
until
yeah,
like
breaking
later
it
on,
down.
middle school. Once you started understanding, you're like, holy shit. But for him to understand at that age, it's, you could say already talent, just like athletes, right? A lot of athletes, they start when they're young. They pick up, catching a football, throwing a basketball, football, soccer, whatever. They start at a young age. All these
Yeah.
dudes start at a young age. So you could see like, damn, this fool's going to have talent. He's
Yeah.
going to make it to the league. In your case, let's go backwards. Growing up, your parents weren't a wealthy family, were they?
Nah, they weren't. They were always like, I don't know. Growing up, my parents were always at work. Like that was life for us. Like, where's my mom and dad at? Like, oh, they're at work. So my grandma would take care of us and stuff. So throughout all that time, we didn't have supervision of like adults. Like my grandma was like, oh, we'd be at her house, but she'd just be right there watching TV while like we're doing our like this one
Doing your
time,
own
bro. I
thing.
kid you not. This one time, we were kicking it, and my brother, like I was playing my Game Boy, and this guy's over here on the TV, and he puts on porn, bro. And my grandma walks in, yo. My grandma walks in, and she's like, she looks at the TV, she looks at everyone, and she's like, you guys hungry? And I was like,
you're
yeah,
lying.
dead ass, bro. And she was like, what do you guys want? And, like, she made us food, bro. And when she came back to drop off the food is when she noticed that my brother had the porn on, bro. I think it was the funniest
Dude,
thing.
it's funny you bring that up because I had a
Oscar,
friend.
Oscar horny ass over here said, that's something I would have done.
Our friend Kyle, he was my neighbor, so I would go, when we were younger, Yu-Gi-Oh and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's a Filipino. So his, grandpa, grandma, and all their old people friends gamble. But while they were gambling, bro, they had porn on the background. And I would walk in there, I'm like, Kyle, do they know they fucking have people fucking each other? Like, oh yeah, that's how they gamble. So they're not even paying attention to the TV. It's just a background. While they're gambling, people are fucking in the background. And I was like, shit, I'm about to come over your house every day. What the fuck?
He's like, damn.
And it's funny you bring that up because them knowing we're there and they didn't give a shit and they're still playing
Yeah.
porno is just like, come on, bro.
Get it together, man.
Yeah.
Get it together.
That's funny as hell, man.
Yeah, bro. And like, it's funny because when she counted on us, she was like, dang, and I made you guys food, Dang.
Y'all over here watching porno?
You're like, Grandma, you didn't see this shit when you walked in the first time.
That's why we're like, oh, she don't care.
She don't care.
Let it play.
Oh, man.
And the reason why I asked that question, that if you grew up like in a wealthy family, is because, a lot of people are given everything, A lot of these rappers, they're rappers, but, they were given everything. Like how you said, right? You fucked up, bought the wrong equipment, so it cost you more, later on, and you had to save up money. A lot of people are like, here you go, boom, boom. Here's all your shit. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, it does take sacrifice, and it does take a lot of patience. But I mean, I'm still not there, but I can see the vision, and I know that if patience is the game, then I'm on the right road. Like, there's nothing else to do but that. Like, I tell people this all the time. Like, if you want to succeed, then like plan at what you want to do. Take a step back, research it, do all the steps necessary. Because, I mean, listen to those words. Take every step necessary, and if you do that, why would you not succeed if you took every step necessary?
And I'm I'm
good.
so happy you brought that up, bro, because that friend I was talking to you about earlier, it's like, bro, like it's gonna take time, and a lot of people don't understand it. And I'm not just talking about business wise, I'm talking about life in general, right?
It's a process.
Just the whole thing where like being like, say, fit, right? Let's say a 300-pound person, like, oh, I want to lose weight by this time. Okay. You might not get there by that time because you got to understand it takes time. And a lot of people quit because they don't see the
results.
The results. But it takes time. Like, I've met bodybuilders, dude, like professional bodybuilders at the gym that I go to. Professional, they compete, they do this and do that. And obviously some of them are on steroids, but it's just like steroids didn't make this physique. My work did, right? Steroids just help me. It's just like supplements. People think by taking supplements you're gonna get a certain weight. Like, no, dude, you still got to put in the work. You're not gonna take protein shakes and creatine and sit there and watch TV and expect to grow. You know what I mean? And I talk to these bodybuilders and they're like, dude, I've been working out. You know, I've met 40-year-old bodybuilders. Dude, I've been doing this since I was 17. So it takes time. It takes time, dude. And a lot of people don't understand that, dude. Like I told CJ, like this might take 2-3 years for us to see $1, right? But we're not doing it for that. We're doing it more for ourselves and enjoyment because Sunday comes around, we hang out, we talk either about what's going on right now because there's a lot of shit going on, or just fuck around on it and just, you know, go back memory lane. You know, we've been friends since kindergarten. So you know, so we talk about, you know, yeah. So we talk about, you know, memory lane. We, you know, so we look forward for Sunday to have this because it's, you know, we enjoy it, and, you know, and it's cool because we have gotten messages from people when we talk about mental illness, depression. You know, they hit us up like, you know, thank you for talking about that topic because it's so sensitive, and I just got over being depressed. And I'm like, that's dope, bro. And I told him, I'm like, it's dope because you don't know who's listening, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
What if a young dude is listening to your story, you know, coming up, you know, and everything? They're like, damn, bro. Like, and just the way you said that about being patient and putting in the work, a lot of young people need to see that, dude.
They really do, yeah. They think it's just a snap of a shot and that's it. Like, it'll happen tomorrow, but nah, it's about the days in between, man. And like, whatever we do in those days in between will determine. It'll determine. Bless you. It'll determine where we go. You know.
And a lot of people give up, bro, because, you know, imagine you know, you have so many songs. You know, it's on Apple Music, Spotify, or you know, YouTube or wherever. And you haven't given up to where you're like, damn, bro, like I haven't seen any money. You know, like I feel, you know, sometimes I do feel unmotivated. But it's just like you gotta fucking snap out of it, dude.
And that's true, yeah. Because if you don't snap out of it, then you fall into it, and that's one of the worst things ever. Like I checked it the other day, and it said $30, and I was like, damn, I can't pay bills with $30. But it felt good at the same time because it's like, dang, man, I can't wait till that does say a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, and people give up right then and there because another person would have gave up because they saw that, and it's like, bro, what the. That's your motivation. You missed it.
Yep. Keep going. Like, keep grinding.
Yeah. Because a lot of people see it as, damn, I spent so much money, and what I got returned was $30. Yeah, dude. If you keep working, those $30 are gonna turn to 100. Those 100 are gonna turn to 1,000. Those 1,000 is gonna turn into who knows.
Yep.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like
it's investment.
It's investment. You know, and then you just gotta hit the right people. Your music is not for everybody, right? Our podcast is not for everybody. And people need to understand that, dude. A lot of people think coming into, say, rapping or podcasting, oh, you know, we have to make everybody like it. Not everybody's going to like it.
You can't fit into every lane all the time.
Exactly. You can't please everybody. That's a simple rule of life. You can't please everybody.
You know, like.
It is.
Once, I feel, I don't want to say once you're up there, but, you know, I'm pretty sure you're going to mix it up later on where you're like, you know what? Let me make some dope ass beats for people for the gym, right? You know, you're still spitting your lyrics, but you got that upbeat. You know what I mean? You start figuring that out later, you know, like
what is to come,
yeah, exactly.
Like for example,
but you're not gonna switch up your whole rapping thing just to make people happy, bro.
Exactly. Like that's why I like Drake a lot because. Yo, he knows he can spit bars, but he sings because he wants to, not because he's trying to make people happy. Because he's trying to,
exactly.
And he knows some people like it and they rock with it, so why not?
And he said in his songs, bro, where he's like, I don't give a shit if you like me or not. I'm going to sing because I want to sing. And when I want to rap, I'm going to rap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's how it should be, dude.
All right, so I got another question for you, man. So, you want to talk about your faith?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would love that.
So I know, just because you know we went to the same Bible college.
Yeah.
How did that come about? I mean, where would you say that faith was kind of instilled into you, and what does that mean to you?
Oh, okay. So like, I believe in Jesus Christ because my mom was like the first one in her family to become a Christian. And she was like faithfully going to the church. So I basically grew up in church. And when I was growing up in church, like I don't know if it's because I grew up in church or because I don't know, I just took what the word said so literal, but I don't know, when I would pray at night, I would never have doubts of God, that God didn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
that was never a thought of mine. Like I would just pray because I knew like, hey, man upstairs is listening, you know what I mean? And I remember I'd be praying for the most dumbest things, but yeah, just a little kid growing up, like, Lord, if she walks by my way, I know it's for me to talk game and like let that happen and like. But anyways,
That was me too.
yeah, straight up, bro. And then sure enough, it would happen. So I'd just be spitting, and I don't know, since a kid. So I've been believing in God since I was a kid, and then when I started getting all lit in high school and doing all these things, that's when I figured out like, yo, partying gets old. Partying gets old. Drama gets old. People like police get old. Everything gets old, man. And at one point, you got to be like, is this worth it or not? And when that happened, I started getting really involved in the church. And when I got involved in the church, the youth pastor that was kind of like bringing me up there, he was like, hey, what do you think about this school? And I was like, yeah, I'll go for sure. Like I can make friends. I can do all these things. I can learn about my faith, which I was like, what I really wanted to do. I wanted to know God. Like, I don't care what people told me. Like, I just wanted to know God. And what happened at that school, it really transformed me because it taught me how to read the word and be able to. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, you talk about the Bible and this, and when I break it down for them, they're like, oh, for real? Like, no way. And they trip out because they see me and they don't think, like, at first they don't think I'm a Christian, but once they get to know me, here and there, and I'm like, hey, man, you know what the verse of the day said today? Some guy look at me like, bro, I seen you smoke outside. Like, what do you mean what the verse of the day
See,
said?
but that's what's fucked up about the society, bro. Just because you smoke weed and you
Yeah.
were upfront with me saying, you know what, I'm a Christian, I smoke hella weed, but that doesn't decide whether you have faith in God or not, right? Like
That's
me,
what I try to tell people.
It got
no,
nothing to do
because
with my.
it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. Like me, right? I don't fall under no religion. My personal opinion, it was man-made because I don't believe that God made all these religions to hate each other.
That's true.
I believe that He loves everybody equally. I don't believe that Christians are supposed to hate Catholics because Catholics believe in saints or whatnot. You know, and me when He